It's Dr. Chris. We're back at Venture Chiropractic with another segment in our March Madness theme this month. We're doing a fitness face-off today for the best exercises.
Whoa. What are you doing?
What?
Go change.
Fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
It's Dr. Chris at Venture Chiropractic. We're back with another segment in our March Madness series, but today we've got a fitness face-off. We're going to go right into the action over here and start out with our general exercise showdown. We've got all kinds of good general exercises that people do on a regular basis, but we're going to go ahead and narrow those down to which ones we think are the best ones. We're getting rid of all the chaff this week. We're going to really try to make sure that we get only good exercises into our tournament. So we've got basic calisthenics starting off, matched up against league sports. We're talking about league sports. That can be anything from your bowling league to softball to flag football league. So we're trying to be pretty general with that one because I do know a lot of people that consider that their source of exercise. While that's great, it's certainly better than nothing, and it's better than sitting on the couch at home. We want to know, there's some things with league sports that can cause problems. It's oftentimes not real goal-oriented. It's frequently, there could be a beer league going on, so maybe we're really not working up to our full athletic potential while we're sitting around drinking beer on the sidelines. And then lastly, it really comes in short spurts. Typically speaking, those league sports last 8 to 12 weeks, and then we're done with them, and we may not start back up again until next year. Whereas with calisthenics, it's something that can be done anywhere. It focuses on body weight exercises. We're talking about push-ups, body weight squats, pull-ups, other movements like that. We can't always scale them. You can use bands to assist you so it's less resistance. You can use weights to make it harder. You can do more reps or tempoed paces, and it really can cover the full body. So this is going to be a pretty decisive win in this round going to calisthenics. Next up, we've got work facing off against Tai Chi. The important thing to remember here, work can be extremely strenuous, and I know a lot of people that have jobs that really do push them physically. The only problem is work oftentimes tends to be stressful, and it really does tend to contribute to a lot of people's pain and dysfunctions. When we've got Tai Chi down here, we're going to use this as one of the branches of martial arts. There's a lot of people with interest in martial arts, but martial arts can be really high impact on people. It can cause injury as well if not done carefully. There's a lot of different varieties, but we're going to use one of the softer ones, Tai Chi, okay? When we compare these two, I think it really comes down to this. Exercise should be something that decreases your stress level, challenges your body to move in new and different ways, increase range of motion, increase strength and stability, and really there's only one thing that truly fits that one out of these two. Tai Chi by far has it over work. Work oftentimes increases our stress levels. Although it might be strenuous, it's often repetitive activities we're doing again and again through a limited range of motion, whereas Tai Chi really is about full range of motion, increasing flexibility and balance, and getting a full body workout in a nice, gentle, low impact way that typically is nice for a stress reduction. So decisive win for Tai Chi here. Next up, we got weightlifting versus dancing. Okay, a lot of people like to go out and dance on the weekends. Maybe we're just dancing in front of the mirror at home. I don't know what you're up to, but weightlifting going to be a little bit more regimented. We're not considering this to be any specific form of weightlifting, just weightlifting in general. And this again is not dancing as in a regimented dance class or other high intensity competitive dance. We're just talking about good old ballroom dancing or going out with your friends and dancing. Again here, that's people's source of fitness and movement every week for many people, but it's typically not as regimented. Again, there could be alcohol involved. There's so many factors to that one that we're going to give another decisive win off here. This is going to go to weightlifting pretty handily. It can be scaled for everybody. You can go heavy weights or light weights. You can start with small exercises and work your way up to bigger, more complex ones. You can work isolated groups. You can work complex lifts. So there's really no contest here. This round is going to go to weightlifting. Next up, we've got jumping rope versus cycling. Now, this one's pretty interesting because both of them focus on cardiovascular health. We definitely can improve our cardiovascular health with both of them. Jumping rope is a little higher impact on the joints typically. You need to be wearing a good pair of shoes or make sure you're on a good surface that's easier on your joints, or really practice landing softly. Whereas cycling, a little bit more forgiving on the joints. Even if we have bad knees, we could probably still do some cycling. But there's a lot more variation that you can actually do with jump rope. It takes a little bit more complex learning curve, I think, than cycling does. But because of versatility, I think primarily, and accessibility, a jump rope costs about $10. Cycle, whether you're talking about a road bike or a stationary bike that you can use at home, we're talking minimum of hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So just for accessibility and the availability to do it anytime throughout the year in a small space, without any dependence on what the weather's like, we're going to give this one a jumping rope. Next face off, we got yoga versus golf. Again, both of these have gotten more and more popular over the years. We're seeing yoga studios pop up all over the place. There's many types of yoga videos and workouts you can do online or on DVDs in your own home. So this can be practiced on your own or in a group setting. It can be individual for you to decrease stress. It can be a social event where you go out and actually meet up in a yoga class. With golf, very much the same. You can go out golfing on your own. You can meet up as a social event. But where it really comes down to which one I think is a better overall exercise, there's no contest here. Yoga works through many ranges of motion. It focuses on strength building, balance, and flexibility. Golf, although it's very fun and you can make it a good workout, is a single-sided repetitive motion for most people. Your clubs are set up to be one-sided. You are a righty or a lefty. You don't switch back and forth. Oftentimes people are riding in the cart or even having beers in between holes. And just for those reasons, we've got to give this one to yoga. Next up, we got Pilates versus rowing. Pilates, very, very popular in many areas of the country, but the accessibility really isn't always there. There aren't nearly as many yoga studios as we can find other things like yoga. Rowing, you can find anywhere. You could get a rowing machine in your own home. You can find them at many, many gyms, but they are a bit cumbersome. So it's one of those interesting things where we really have a tougher match between these two. If we come down to what I think would make the most sense for the most people, though, there's still many Pilates moves that you can perform on your own, along with a video or online, or in a group setting. There is a small focus on some equipment used, but you don't need it for most of the movements. Rowing machines, let's face it, they're large. They do take up a fair amount of space. They're expensive. They're an awesome workout, and they're a great full body workout to build strength and cardiovascular capacity. But based on accessibility for most people, we're going to give this round to Pilates. Swimming versus walking is our next matchup today. Again, I love these two because really both of them are great exercises. No matter what your physical fitness level is, you could start with walking or swimming, or you can do walking and swimming at a very high level of fitness, and you're still going to get fitness benefits out of them. But let's get down to which one might be better. Walking, relatively low impact. Anybody can do it. You don't need much special gear to do it. Maybe a pair of shoes, maybe not even that. Swimming, you need some water or a pool. This time of year in our part of the country, if you don't have a pool, you're probably not going to the lake for this one. For that alone, you do need typically a membership in our part of the country to get into a place that you can swim throughout a big portion of the year, or you have to travel to a lake to go swimming even in the summertime. So there's going to be some cost involved with that. Walking is just accessible to almost everybody. Here's the thing though, swimming is just so much larger of a workout for your body over walking that we just can't ignore that. And despite the accessibility issues, if you're looking for a great overall full body workout to increase strength and cardiovascular ability that's easy on your joints because it is so low impact, we're going to give this one to swimming all day and all night. Last up today, steady state cardio versus high intensity interval training. These are more concepts or styles of exercise than truly one type of exercise, but we talk about them a lot in clinic with patients. I get questions about them all the time, so we gotta address them, okay? Steady state cardio, it is what most people do when they think of losing weight or getting in shape. They go hit the treadmill at the gym or the bike, or they do long drawn out workouts, hitting the gym for an hour or two, an hour and a half in time. You're putting in that time, you're putting in that effort, you're expecting to get results. When we look at high intensity interval training, we're talking about short, extremely high intensity bouts of work. They could range as low as 4 minutes, working their way up to an hour, but typically speaking, most people, if you give your all, you're going to be spent in that 20 to 30 minute range without any questions. You can apply these both to many types of cardio pieces of equipment, or to other forms of weightlifting, swimming, even martial arts. So which one wins? The research is very clear on this. Studies can link below. High intensity interval training gives much more cardiovascular benefit than steady state cardio. It gives strength building capacity to most types of workouts, and it really, it's the best part is it takes less time. We all only have 24 hours in a day, so if you can get that workout in short and concise, you're always going to do better than having to slog away for an hour and a half at a time. Let's give this one to HIIT training. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today and learned a little bit about certain types of exercise that you might be able to apply to your life. Make sure you join us back here next week for the quarterfinals. Hit the notification button down below so you don't miss a single minute of the action. Remember, we're always here at Venture Chiropractic to help you move better, feel better, be a better you.